Hello Aries, Aries Rising and Aries Moon people. This is your weekly astrological horoscope for the week starting January 23rd, 2017. Quick reminder for you guys, this coming Thursday I've got another astrology love webinar going on. If you would like to sign up and register for a spot for this class, we're going to be learning all about karmic relationships, looking at compatibility and synastry charts, and learning how they all work, learning about it, going into like how it works, not just learning to say the right angles, but actually even what those angles mean and all kinds of good stuff. And it's happening on Thursday. Again, you can sign up for it at my website, integrativemysticism.com. It's the same place you go to order a session with me. So what is going on with the astrology this week? Well, it's a complete turnaround from last week, if you believe it or not. A lot of folks didn't exactly have an easy week, and a lot of that had to do with Mars crossing Chiron. And everyone, I think, ended up having some buttons pushed during that time. And I think a lot of you Aries people had a rough time because when Mars is crossing Chiron in the 12th house, it has to deal with issues with the past, issues with people's pasts, and people have a tendency to kind of lose themselves in being upset. They're easier to offend, they stop listening to one another. Sometimes people stop listening because they're upset and they just kind of go down a rabbit hole. This week is different. We've got Venus crossing Chiron, interestingly enough, early to midweek, Tuesday and Wednesday. And Venus is a softer touch. Venus talks about patching up. Venus talks about people being more understanding and perhaps even changes of heart. And a lot of this, again, is happening in your 12th house, so it's talking about people from your past having a change of heart, or possibly you being able to be emotionally available to have a change of heart about somebody in your past. Now that might sound kind of weird, maybe you don't feel like you want to, that's fine, but there's an opportunity for patching up. There's an opportunity for, again, a change of heart coming through and healing coming through over a bruise or maybe a soft spot that had been pushed, either somebody else's or yours. But we're patching up and making things right with something from our past. Later on in the week, we've got Mercury in Capricorn sextile Neptune between your 10th house of career and your 12th house of your past and your private life. And this could actually be a gorgeous angle for a lot of you Aries people because it's giving you a secret opportunity to gain some kind of either secret training, secret advancement, or maybe even a secret loophole to take advantage of when it comes to how you handle either finding a job or advancing your career. Now, because it's Mercury, this is definitely going to be in message form. This could be through an email, this could be through a conversation, or somebody pulling you aside, because Neptune in the 12th is highly secretive. But as well, I don't want you to ignore this, and I don't want you to pass this up. Whatever is sort of spoken in passing, or perhaps even, kind of brought to you again in confidence later on in the week, especially around Thursday, is worth giving a try. So what is going on with your cards this week then? Well, we do have the card of the Hedge Witch, appropriately enough for your spiritual advice. And the Hedge Witch talks about, again, using secrets to your advantage, and knowing when a secret needs to remain a secret for it to be of the best use. And that means not going out and blurting it out to the world. That means, even if it's something that's good for you, there could be secret benefits coming your way, secret opportunities coming your way, again, secret loopholes coming your way. And the last thing we want to do with the Hedge Witch is go around blabbing and bragging and all of that kind of stuff. Because the Hedge Witch is talking about being able to kind of sneak around in a sense, but not in a shady way. You could be finding out secrets of all kinds this week, not just related to, to career with the astrology, but this could be secrets about maybe even somebody who might like you, or a secret opportunity to, get a personal project or a personal agenda finally in motion. So, again, keep it a secret, but do take advantage of it. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Star card inverted. And the Star card reversed, inverted and reversed are used synonymously in this situation. The Star card reversed, honestly, is not a bad card to get reversed. Even, I always tell people in the tarot classes, it's like, this is not a bad card to get reversed. You can't screw it up even when you reverse it. And with this card, it talks about, again, some kind of piece of information that you can't necessarily kind of work on right away. We can't actually go and put this into motion right away, but it is of high value. This could be news of a raise, this could be news of some kind of evaluation or promotional opportunity for you. that you have to agree to have sent down the turnpike to you, if that makes sense. You know, somebody's going to bring news to you and ask you, do you want this? And you have to say yes, okay? You have to say yes to it, because otherwise, if you don't authorize it, they're just going to move on to the next person. Same thing that goes with the job market, for those of you looking for new work. We have people actually offering you something out of the norm, something off to the side, maybe something different than what you're actually applying for at this location. But it's absolutely worth taking, even if it's a little bit off your off your route. I think that it might actually be something you want to do. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends and family, again, the cards and the astrology are saying the same thing. We've got a ceasefire with the Five of Wands reversed. If there's been any battles, any kind of conflict, any kind of drama with friends and relatives in the recent past, the Five of Wands reversed says people are finally ready to make peace and try and at least, again, have that ceasefire. Because the Five of Wands is reversed, it can indicate even like little jabs and little jeers are going to be going away during this time. You're going to be noticing that friends and relatives are being a little bit more sappy, a little bit more sentimental, possibly trying again to make sure that we have smoothed out any wrinkles caused by any recent arguments or even silent treatment. Sometimes this card can indicate the end of silent treatment as well. This could relate to a relationship, but I am honestly getting a platonic connection, not so much a romantic vibe from this card. For your challenges this week with fire, we do have the Empress card upright. Alright, the Empress is a challenge, is not a hard challenge to have at all. In fact, actually, the challenge with the Empress card is simply enjoying what the Empress has to offer. Because with the Empress as a challenge, it's talking about how do we make things last the test of time. You know, how do we start getting things grounded? Where is there a lack of grounding, a lack of stability? Where do we kind of keep that to keep the peace? Because the Empress is giving peace, but as a challenge, it's kind of saying, look, we don't want this to just be a high point on an emotional roller coaster. We want this to stay level. We want this to stay strong. And so this week with the Empress card upright, it's kind of talking about where do we start making long-term agreements, or again, start, kind of nailing things down safely. For you, this could be great as far as, again, nailing down job security, or again, making sure that we have sort of a new standard or sort of a new norm, in our family structures. The Empress as a challenge can also indicate maybe there's going to be a need to even restructure some kind of standard or some kind of rules that you keep with people around you to maintain the peace. And that may be challenging because sometimes people don't necessarily react to change very well, no matter how slight. That doesn't matter. You've got to stick to your guns. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we have the Knight of Wands reversed. So, Aries, this could be a warning to you, because you are a fire sign, and so is the Knight of Wands reversed. However, this could be talking about another fire sign in your life, or somebody with a lot of fire tendencies, an Aries like yourself, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. And the Knight of Wands reversed can talk about somebody making some inconsiderate decisions because they are looking for a bit of an emotional high. Okay, and that can happen sometimes with the Knight of Wands reversed, because Knight of Wands reversed likes to have those emotional highs, and it kind of makes them a little bit flaky. And what we need to make sure of is if we're looking for new people, we meet somebody new, make sure that we know that this person could be a tad, again, disorganized, a tad flaky, and they may be easily distracted and distractible to the point where, this person's just sort of a ship passing in the night. For those of you who are currently coupled, this may just be an attitude shift in the relationship that is causing things to feel a little bit disorganized. Again, we do need to get things grounded, get things stable, because in the pursuit of passion and a little bit of excitement, somebody might actually be doing something very, very inconsiderate, or perhaps even just plain annoying and antagonistic to get a rise, to feel a rise. So that is your forecast, Aries. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.